So here's an example of taking a quadratic equation that's written in Vertex form and transforming it into standard form. So there's a three-step process we do, and really it follows what we might call the order of operations. You always do exponents before you do multiplications and additions. Multiplications and divisions, and then you do additions and subtractions at the end. So this exponent is being applied to this set of parentheses here. So everything inside here. So really what we're doing is taking this thing right here, highlight a different color. You're taking this thing right there and we're squaring it. So I'm going to write just that for now. I'm going to write the x plus 1, and because it's squared, I'm going to multiply it by itself. Okay, and so I'm just going to deal with that. That's this part right here. Okay, so let's do this multiplication. We've done practice like that before where you're multiplying two binomials. So you got two terms in here, so that's a binomial. So you learned this. You might remember the acronym we used, FOIL. First, outside, inside, last. If I multiply the first pair together, the x and the x, that's x squared. If I multiply the outside pair, that's x and 1. So multiply those together, you get 1x. Multiply the inside pair together, you get another 1x. And multiply the last pair together, you get plus 1. And this, of course, simplifies down to x squared plus 2x, because I'm combining like terms, okay, plus 1. Well, don't forget, though, that this part here is just part of the bigger equation. And so I've taken this part right here, the x plus 1 squared, and I took care of that, but that whole thing was still multiplied by a 2 out front here, and there was a minus 18 out the back. So I'm going to put that in here like this. Okay, so that tells me that I have squared the x plus 1, but still it's multiplied by 2 and then minus 18. Well, the next thing I'll do, since I've taken care of exponents, is now I'll do this multiplication. So I'll multiply 2 by each thing inside here using the distributive property. So 2x squared plus 4x plus 2. Okay, 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, and still there's a minus 18 here by itself. Okay, now I can do any additions and subtractions at the end. The only things that can be combined are the 2 and the minus 18. So I've got 2x squared plus 4x minus 16, and I'll put the y equals out front there. So now I've converted this quadratic equation that was written in Vertex form into a quadratic equation that is written in standard form. If I graph both of them, it'd get the same parabola, but they're in just different forms, and those things oftentimes tell us different things. Okay?